Good morning, students. On 5th, that is I think yesterday, we could not get the video. Actually, I had solved this problem. This problem is problem on motion in a plane, especially problem of a projectile. It's quite interesting, and this question is asked by one of your friends. So I feel that this problem should be solved in the class so that everybody can refer this. The problem is like this. For a projectile whose path is y is equal to x minus x square, which of the following is incorrect? Which of the following four options is incorrect? First one is the range equal to 1 meter. B, maximum height equal to 0.25 meter. Time of flight 0.6 seconds. 0.6 seconds. And angle of projection 45 degree. These are the four options, out of which you have to find out which one is wrong, which one is incorrect. So first write the equation and write the equation of the standard form of projectile. Standard form of projectile. So first I will draw the diagram. When a projectile is projected from the origin, it undergoes a trajectory which is parabolic in nature, and if this is the angle of projection, theta naught, and if v naught is the velocity, initial velocity with which it is projected, then this is where it reaches at the same level and it is projected from origin. Okay, then this is the maximum height. At the maximum height, y component of velocity becomes 0. So this is what we are going to calculate as maximum height, and the maximum displacement is the range. We have already learned this. Let us solve this problem using the standard equation of parabola. We have given equation y is equal to x minus x square, and standard equation for the displacement of a parabola, equation of motion of a parabola, y is equal to x into tan theta naught minus g upon 2v naught square cos square theta naught into x square. This is what we have derived in the previous topic. So from this standard given equation, compare the standard equation, compare the given equation. So when you compare the given equation, you see x into 1 is there, here x into tan theta naught is there. So directly we can write x into 1 must be equal to x into tan theta naught. That implies comparing the above equations, we can write tan theta naught is equal to 1. Tan theta naught is equal to 1. Similarly, here also x square is there, here 1 multiplied by x square, and here is g upon 2v naught square cos square theta naught. So this entire bracket should be equal to 1. So that we will write it later. So this tan theta equal to 1 implies theta naught must be equal to tan inverse of 1, that is nothing but 45 degree. That is for tan 45 we get the result 1. Therefore angle of projection must be 45 degree. So D, option D is correct. Angle of projection for this projectile theta naught is equal to 45 degree. Therefore option D is correct. Correct option. Now let us see the next one. Comparing the bracket, entire bracket should be equal to 1 because here it is 1 multiplied by x square. So I can write Again after comparison, g upon 2 v naught square cos square theta naught is equal to 1. And we got the value of angle of projection theta naught equal to 45. So what is cos 45? Cos 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Substitute this in this equation. Then 1 by root 2 whole square. 1 by root 2 whole square becomes 1 by 2. Therefore, I can write g upon 2 v naught square into 1 by 2. 1 by root 2 whole square. This becomes g upon 2 v naught square. 2 cancels. 2 v naught square into 1 by 2. So this 2 cancels with this 2. So thus we are getting g upon v naught square, which is equal to 1. Right hand side is 1. So 2 cancels. So g upon v naught square is equal to 1. This implies, we can write it in the reverse order. P naught square upon g is equal to 1. V naught square upon g is equal to 1. That also implies V naught square is equal to g. This result we will use it in the next step. Now, what is the equation for the maximum height? Let us write the equation for maximum height. For maximum height, we have h is equal to V naught square sin square theta naught by 2g. V naught square sin square theta naught by 2g. We have theta naught 45 degree and we have V naught square by g equal to 1. Or you can just substitute V naught square is equal to g. G cancels, right? So therefore, after substitution, h becomes V naught square, you can substitute g into sin square 45 divided by 2g. So g cancels. So sin square 45. Again sin 45 is same as cos 45, that is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 whole square divided by 2. So that implies h is equal to 1 by 2 into 2. So it becomes 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is equal to 0.25 meter. So therefore, maximum height covered is equal to 0.25 meter. So answer B is also right option. B is also correct. Now let us calculate total time of flight. Total time of flight, we know the equation 2 v naught sin theta naught by g. Okay, let us calculate total time of flight, which is given by 2 v naught sin theta naught by g. Okay. Now here we got v naught square is equal to g. So from this equation, v naught square if it is equal to g, then v naught can be substituted there, or we can substitute with g. V naught now becomes square root of g. So therefore, t is equal to 2 into square root of g. Because from this we can write what is v naught. V naught is equal to square root of g. So just substitute square root of g into sin 45. Sin 45 is again 1 by root 2 divided by g. So this becomes 2 into square root of g, and here it is g. So it becomes 1 by root g. Here sin 45 is 1 by root 2, and here it becomes root g. So again we cancel. So it becomes root 2 by root g. So therefore, t can be written as root 2 by g. For convenience, let us take g equal to 10 meter per second square. So 2 by 10 under root, it becomes 0.2. So if you take square root of 0.2, it becomes 0.44 seconds. So if you check time of flight, the given option is 0.6 seconds. So 0.6 seconds is a wrong option. Therefore, C is incorrect. C is incorrect. Then D must be correct. Let us check that also. What is that? B. So D we have checked. Okay. That is angle of projection 45. We have to check option A. What is the range? Let us calculate range. Range is the maximum displacement. Range is denoted by R. So if you denote range as R, then we know V naught square sine 2 theta naught by G. Sine 2 theta naught by G. Yes. So if you substitute the value of theta naught equal to 45, 2 into 45 becomes 90. So sine 90 becomes 1. Therefore, maximum V naught square by G for R max, we know when the angle of projection is 45 degree, R max becomes V naught square by G. But we know already what is V naught square. What is V naught square? Equal to G. So V naught square by G is equal to 1. We already obtained this. Therefore, maximum range R max is equal to 1 meter. This already we got from this result. Therefore, option A is also correct. A is also correct option. So this is how we find out A correct option, B correct option, D correct option, and C is incorrect. This is how we need to solve by the knowledge of the equations of projectile, equation of range, equation of maximum height, and the equation of parabola. We can find out these things. If we do not remember this, there is another method. Let us solve that by second method. That is also interesting. Let us see how this same problem can be solved by second method. This is also very interesting. So equation for given projectile. Equation of projectile y is equal to x minus x square. Now, when the projectile is thrown with the angle of projection theta naught, you see initially it is projected from origin, coordinates 0, 0. When it reaches the same level here, then the coordinate here, let us say, become x, and again y coordinate becomes 0. X, and finally we call this x as the range, that is maximum displacement, that is range. Okay, now we can find out range using this y coordinate 0. When the projectile reaches the ground, its coordinates become x 0, y coordinate becomes 0, that is y is equal to 0, and you can put x equal to r later. So put y equal to 0 in this equation. So when you put y equal to 0, that implies 0 equal to x minus x square. So take out x common. So this implies x into x. Okay, x if you take out common, same equation can also be written as x square minus x equal to 0. X square minus x equal to 0. So this implies if you take out the x common, then x into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x takes two values. X may be equal to 0, that's already from the origin. X is equal to 0 already from the origin, and x is equal to 1, that that is x minus 1, x equal to 0 and x minus 1 equal to 0. So using this x minus 1 equal to 0, we can write x equal to 1. That 1 means 1 meter. Therefore, the range at this point, the range r is equal to 1 meter. That's how option A is correct. Option A is correct. Now let us check at the maximum height. When it reaches the maximum height, what happens? The slope of the graph at this maximum height becomes 0. Now let me solve that. When it reaches maximum height, slope becomes 0 because it has only x component. Y component becomes 0. Y component of velocity becomes 0. So slope becomes 0. So we know by definition dy by dx. dy by dx at this point gives us slope. Change in y component divided by corresponding change in x component. Change in y component divided by corresponding change in x component gives us the slope is equal to 0. But what is y? But y is equal to x minus x square. So let us differentiate this. This implies differentiating dy by dx. We get 1 minus 2x. 1 minus 2x. Now 1 minus 2x must be equal to 0 because dy by dx is equal to 0. This implies 1 minus 2x must be equal to 0. That gives us the point that x is equal to 1. Therefore, x is equal to 1 by 2. 2x is equal to 1. Therefore, x is equal to 1 by 2. Now substitute this x equal to 1 by 2 in this equation. So we will get what is the value of this y component. Therefore, at maximum height, y is equal to, put x equal to half minus half square. Half minus half square becomes 1 by 4. So it becomes half minus 1 by 4. Half minus 1/4. Half minus quarter becomes quarter. So it becomes 1 by 4 meter. Therefore, this y itself is the maximum height. Therefore, height is equal to 1 by 4 meter. That is equal to 0.25 meter. So option B is also right. Option B is also right. B is also right. Now let us see the next one, time of flight and angle of projection. Angle of projection can be derived from the slope at the initial point. Using the slope at the initial point, we can find out the angle of projection. So dy by dx at this origin. Origin is having coordinates 0, 0. Okay, let us find out at the initial point origin what is the slope. At the initial point origin what is the slope. So if you draw a rough diagram, which one already we have drawn. So here this is the angle of projection. So if you take this one as dy and this one as dx, dy. So from definition of slope becomes equal to dy by dx. Slope is equal to dy by dx. Dy opposite divided by dx. Dx is adjacent. Opposite divided by adjacent gives us slope. That is also equal to what? Tan theta naught. Tan theta naught. This knowledge should be there. Then we know what is y. So y is equal to 1 minus y is equal to x minus x square. So again, if you differentiate, already we have done this. Dy by dx gives us 1 minus 2x. Therefore, dy by dx dy by dx at 0, 0. Put x equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So here only x is there. So 1 minus 0. Put x equal to 0, it becomes 0. Therefore 1. dy by dx is what? Tan theta naught. Therefore tan theta naught is equal to 1. This implies theta naught angle of rotation is 45 degree. So option D is also correct. Option D is also correct. So if you get 3 answers correct, fourth one leftover answer must be incorrect. Let us solve that also using this second method. That is for time of flight. Time of flight. So time of flight can be calculated from the x component of displacement. X component of displacement is given by ux into t. That is, we have taken the v naught as the initial velocity, so we can take it as v naught cos theta naught into t, where t is the total time of flight, the total time for which the projectile is in flight in the air. So t is now can be calculated. So when you put theta naught as equal to 45 degree, then cos theta naught becomes cos 45, that is 1 by root 2. Therefore it becomes v naught by root 2 into t equal to x. But what is the value of x? Value of x already we have found out from this problem. Range is 1 meter. Here x is already 1 meter. So therefore putting x equal to 1, this implies 1 is equal to v naught t by root 2. Therefore t is equal to root 2 by v naught, or v naught is equal to root 2 by t. V naught is equal to root 2 by t. So using this, we can now write the equation for y component. Y component of flow displacement is given by y component of motion is given by y is equal to v naught sin theta naught into t minus half gt square, y component. But when it reaches here, what is the value of y component? When it reaches here, y component becomes 0. So x component is r, y component becomes 0. So substitute the value of y as 0. So if you just substitute 0 equals to v naught. V naught is equal to root 2 by t. Root 2 by t into sine 45. Sine 45 is again 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 into t. So that t cancels. Minus half g t square. Now root 2 cancels, t cancels. So you are left here with 1. Therefore this implies half gt square is equal to 1. Half gt square is equal to 1. Therefore we want to find out t square. So t square is equal to 2 by g. 2 by g. Take g equal to 10. So it becomes 2 by 10. That is 0.2. Therefore, square root of t square, if you find out, becomes 0.12. That is 0.44. 0.44 seconds. Again, same answer we got from the previous problem, previous method also, same answer. Therefore, C is incorrect. C is incorrect. So in this way, we can apply any method. Only thing is we should have the sound knowledge of coordinate system, sound knowledge of equations of motion, and of course equations of projectile, so that such problems can be very easily solved. Okay, let us solve this another type of problems. This is called connected mass problem. Examples of connected masses. Here two bodies A and B of masses 10 kg and 20 kg respectively are kept on a horizontal surface, smooth horizontal surface. They are tied to the ends. The ends of A and B are tied together with a light string, thin light string. A horizontal force of 600 Newton is first applied at the end of A in the same direction as in the direction of string. First the 600 Newton of force is applied at the end A, so that A and B connected together be pulled towards left side. Second case, if the same 600 Newton is applied to the end B for the same connected mass A and B of 10 kg and 20 kg masses. If the force is now applied at the end of B along the direction of the string, then what is the tension in the string? See here, tension is the force that is acting along the length of the string. Acting along the length of the string. Let us see the first case. In the first case, if this is the direction of applied force towards left side, tension in the string will be towards right side. It will be in the opposite direction. So for B, tension will be towards A. So we are interested in finding out this tension T. So to find the tension T, we need to refer this free body diagram. Free body diagram. So first let us calculate what is the total mass of the connected bodies. Total mass becomes 10 plus 20, 30 kg. And when you apply the force in this horizontal direction, then both together will move in this direction of applied force with an acceleration A according to Newton's second law. Force is directly proportional to acceleration and product of mass and acceleration. So acceleration will be towards left side. In the second case, acceleration will be towards right side. So first let us solve the problem that is first case. To solve the first case, let us find out what is acceleration A. We have applied force equal to 600 Newton. Total mass of the bodies. Total mass is equal to m1 plus m2, 10 plus 20, that is equal to 30 kg. Therefore, using Newton's second law, acceleration A is equal to F by m. Since F is equal to ma, A is equal to F by m. So it becomes 600 divided by 10 plus 20, that is 30 kg. Therefore, if cancel 1 0, it becomes 20 meter per second square. So acceleration here in this towards left side, it becomes 20 meter per second square towards the left side. Now we got acceleration, we got total mass. Now what is the tension here? So for that we need to refer the free body diagram of A. What is the direction of applied force? It is towards left. What is the direction of tension? It is towards right. Then the net force must be towards left because 600 Newton is pulling this connected mass towards left. So applying Newton's second law to A. Newton's second law to A. Then we get F minus T. Look at this. F is towards left, T is towards right. So F minus T, they are in opposite direction. So F, and I have drawn F longer vector and T shorter vector. F longer magnitude length and T shorter magnitude length, so that net force is towards left side. So this gives us net force. Net force F minus T is equal to M into A. This M is 10 and A is acceleration. So we can write, before writing this, you can take m1 into a1, m1 into a, m1 into a, where m1 is, you can take this one as m1 as 10 kg and m2 as 20 kg. Here also m2 and m1, so that I can write the generalized equation f minus t equal to m1a. So substitute the values of f is 600 minus t equal to m1 10 into acceleration 20, so it becomes 200. So 600 minus t equal to 200, therefore this implies t equal to, take this t this side, 200 this side, 600 minus 200, so it becomes 400 Newton. So 400 Newton is the tension T acting towards B, which is pulling A, body A towards right side. So this is first part. Now come to second part. For second part also we are getting same acceleration. Second part also total mass is again 30 and force is again 600. So acceleration is same, 20 meter per second square. Now look at the free body diagram. Now the force is applied towards B. It is applied towards right side from the block of B. Then the tension in the block B will be towards left side. It will be towards left side. So B is being pulled by A and A is being pulled by B. So this becomes the tension. See, the masses are same, therefore force is also applied same. So tension will also be same. So now let us write the equation for second case. Net force using second law. Net force using second law. Right? F minus T equal to, you can take this T as T dash now. T dash. F minus T dash. Let us take this one as T dash. Different tension. T dash. F minus T dash is equal to m2 into A, because the mass of the second body is m2, therefore it becomes m2 into A. Now the acceleration will be towards right side. This becomes the direction of acceleration. So acceleration remains the same. Therefore, substituting the values of F 600 minus T dash is equal to m2 is 20 and A is again 20. So therefore T dash is equal to 600 minus 20 into 20 becomes 400. So it becomes T dash equal to 200 Newton. So like this you must try to solve the problems wherein the masses are connected together with a string. So thank you. Have a nice day. Good day. Bye.